Hi and welcome to our video. So for the power poses, we're going to use this to try and help our dogs feel more confident in situations, in strange environments. If they're feeling a bit nervous and scared, we're going to try and do this. I quite like using power poses. I use them on firework night so that we can make them feel happier, more confident, less scared of all the bangs. So the first one that we're going to do is paws on. Now Finn has learnt paws on, so he does quite like this. So to teach him paws on, we got out the yoga block. As he took a step towards it, we'd reward him with a yes. Good boy. We'd reward him with a yes. When he put his feet on, again, another marker word yes, and put his paws on. So Finn, yes. Good boy. You get the treat. Oh, yes, so he's been enthusiastic and he's knocked over the block, but he still has the confidence to carry on looking for it and standing on it. Look at the treat, so I'll move it out the way, move it a different way. Good boy, so he's still looking for the block as he's coming back in. So we'll get him to treat that way, move it again, and yes, he's looking for that. So he enjoys this game. If we go to a strange place, we can bring the yoga block. It's fairly light and easy to carry, and it's something that he knows what he's doing. Yes, good boy. So if your yoga block is too much for him, or too much for you to carry, you can have something like this, a carpet tile. You put it down, paws on, and he can put his paws on. So here we've got the distraction of a dog barking in the background, and he's not reacting to that at all, because he's playing his game with the mat, and he's putting his paws on. Good boy. If you're out and about on a walk, then you can use yourself as the paws on object. You can say paws up, up, up. This obviously only works if he's not got really muddy feet or you have waterproofs on. Just do pop up. You notice we're using a larger yoga block than we did with Finn. So we put the block down. Lexi already knows this one, so she automatically stands on it. She likes this one. We can use it for pivoting. Good girl, she goes a bit far, and go around the other way. Good girl. See, this is quite good as well for helping to strengthen up her back legs. She's an older dog and she's getting a bit of muscle wastage on her back leg, so this is quite good. But I clearly need to work on going that way more, because on this way she's quite strong and goes round. So the alternative to paws on a block is paws on me. You have to be happy that you don't mind your dog jumping and putting their paws on you. Probably not ideal for a muddy walk unless you've got waterproofs on. You have to make sure that you're okay with your dog jumping up. So I use the word pup pup for jumping up. So Lexi, pup pup. Good girl. See, she really does like that. Pup pup. And she does get the treat for doing that. Good girl. And we can do spinning left and right. So we can do this, we can get to a strange place, we can do some spins. Movement helps to raise the confidence level. So if they are feeling a bit nervous or unsure, then they can do some spins. So we'll start off and we'll just lead them round. So go. And we're just leading them round with the treat. We can then start adding a word to this, so we can go right, right. And we'd also like to add a hand signal. So we can go right. Good boy. Right. And we have taught him to spin the whole way around and not stop 3/4. We can also go left. Good boy. Ready? Left. Good boy. Left. And I'm feeding this way so his bum comes round the whole of the way. So again, we can do right, left. And that's a fun little pose for him to do out and about. So we saw with Finn that he did spins left and right. So we can also do this with Lexi. Lexi, right. And automatically goes left, right. And no, right. and come round the whole way. Good girl. And left, and we'll feed that way. Good girl. So we're trying to get her to do a full 360-degree spin. Lexi, right? Good girl. And left. Good girl. She does have problems a little bit with coordination. She's never been the most coordinated dog. Now she's getting a bit older. We need to work on her strength so that she does the spins properly. Lexi, right? Good girl, that was me. Come around this way. Ready? Left. Good girl. So what I'm going to be doing is holding out a hand. If he brings his nose towards it, I'll be saying yes and giving a treat. Yes. But he has learnt this before, so he spent a long time. We need to make sure that we do this with both hands. Yes. Yes. Good boy. And we need to make sure he's touching my hand with his nose. Yes. Good boy. Yes. It's quite good this for getting him to focus his attention away from the thing that he really wants, because he really wants the treats. But to get the treat, he's got to move his attention away. Yes. So that time he just moved his nose towards and didn't touch, which isn't what we want. We want him to do a proper nose touch. Yes, good boy. So he's having to move his focus away from the treat in order to get the treat, which is quite good. Yes, good boy. What we can do is we can also do high nose touches. Yes, good boy. And that again is more fun, a bit more of a power pose. Good boy. We can add a marker word into it, so we can add a command. So touch. Yes, good boy. Hey, touch. Yes, good boy. The next power pose we're going to work on is a nose touch. Again, she knows this quite well, so she is very happy doing the nose touch. Do that way, touch, yep. So she's got a stronger nose touch than Finn, but she's not quite as happy doing a high nose touch. Lexi, touch. Oh, good girl, you did it. Well done. And I'm trying to change hands. Can you do that? Can you touch? Good girl. The idea of the nose touch is to keep your hand moving, so it makes it more of a fun and interesting game. So touch, good girl, touch, good girl, touch, good girl. This time we're going to do leg weaves. So you've seen middle. So middle, they come round the back and through. So for leg weaves, we're going to want them to go from the front through. We're going to help them out with this. We'll start off, we'll step one leg back and round. Good boy. And then the other leg back, round. Good boy. Round. Good boy. And we'll keep on doing that. It probably helps if you're a little bit more coordinated than me. And you can then step back and feed both sides. I have issues with this hand, so I tend to feed more with my right hand. But we'll work on trying to make this faster. So Finn, weave. And step back, weave. Good boy, weave. And you see that I am actually really standing over him at the moment. So we'll try and do this a bit faster. Ready? You weave, 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 weave. Good boy. Well, he does it okay for treats, but if we get his favourite fluffy toy out, we can probably get a faster weave. Ready, steady, weave. Good boy, weave, weave, weave. Good boy, weave. So he does love the fluffy toy. He gets a bit faster. And we've managed to progress to not having to pass it through our legs, but we can just get him to weave round. Ready, sit. Ready, steady. Vince, look. Ready? Weave. Weave. Good boy, weave. Weave. Oh, we went wrong. Weave. Good boy, weave. Good boy, weave. Yay, good boy. So he does prefer his fluffy toy, don't we? We get a bit more speed with the leg weaves with the fluffy toy. But he doesn't really want to give it back, do you? Thank you. Treat for giving it back. There you go, good boy. So we're seeing we can do side leg weaves. Pimpin. We're now going to try and see if we can do walking forward leg weaves. So we'll bring him round and through and through and through. Good boy. So we can walk forwards as well. Try this again. Go round. Oh, we're not doing middle. We're not doing middle. Come on, round. Through. 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 Good boy. Well done. So we've got our sideways leg weaves. Are we ready? Weave. 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 Good boy. And then we've got our forwards leg weaves. Go round. Through. 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 He's more confident with the side leg weaves, so he does go faster on those. Good boy. So our next power pose that we're going to do is leg weaves. I started with Lexi moving forwards first. So go round. Oh, no, you're doing it as well, aren't you? Did he come round? Through. 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 Good girl. So you see with Lexi we get a bit more speed than with Finn because she's used to doing this a bit more, and plus she's a different breed of dog and a lot faster. So then we moved on and we did sideways leg weaves. So you can go through. No, that's the middle one. Ready, ready, through, weave, weave. Good girl, weave, 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 weave. Yeah, so Lexi has that faster leg weave. She's a different dog, more focused, more obsessed with the food, to be honest, so she will do a faster leg weave. Ready? Nope, wrong way. Lexi, come. Through, weave. Good girl, weave, weave, weave. Sit. Good girl. It's a good pose middle. It means that they find their fun. They can find the fun in going through you. Go through. Good boy. So all the fun is us, but it's also a good place for them to feel protected from the world. So can you middle? Good boy. What we're going to do is we're going to throw the treat out. And we're going to bring him round and feed him there. Good boy. But we also need to make sure that we do this both sides. So out, so round and middle. Good boy. With Finn, we've developed this into an extra trick, haven't we? So come round, middle, and we're going to do twizzy and middle. Good boy. So this is what we're calling pixel middle. And this has taken quite a lot of work to teach, because first of all, we've got to teach him to come forward. Then we've got to teach him to follow the treat round. And then we've got to reverse park. So we've got to make sure that he is just right there so he can go straight backwards. Good boy. Go forwards. And we go back. And we go forwards. Can we turn? Can we turn? Can we turn? We're just working on our middle. Good boy. Yes. And we'll do a pixel middle again. So, round. So the next power pose that we're going to do is middle. We're going to make sure that we try and do this from both sides. So let's see middle. Good girl. And throw a treat out. Good girl. Do middle that way. Do middle that way. You're used to doing middle the other way, aren't you? Go on. You tend to do middle this way. Good girl. We do walking forwards. Good girl. And walking back. Good girl. So she does tend to bend to one side. So again, we could use this to try and strengthen up her back legs. I haven't managed to do a spin and reverse. So with Lexi, we'd do a spin. And I can't quite reach back. Well done. So that was going to take a lot of practice. Welcome to our last game in the Power Pose series. This is the Knock 'em Over game. So this is a fun little game that they do both enjoy. I use protein shakers full of kibble, so it makes a little bit of a noise. And this is really good for Lexi, who is a little bit noise sensitive. So she gets to control when she makes a noise and she has fun knocking the shakers over. You can also take this out and about. It's fairly easy to carry. You can take the shaker full of kibble, or if you're out with a water bottle, you could use that. So for the knock 'em over game, we're going to take the nose touch that we already had and turn that into a nose push. So what we're going to do is we've attached a post-it note to our hand, and we're going to let him touch that and get him used to pushing the post-it note. Finn, come do touch. Yes, good boy. Touch, good boy. Touch, good boy. So we've got a few repetitions there, and then we're going to transfer it to the shaker bottle. So he's learned to touch the post-it note, but now I'm going to change my cue from touch to push. So he's learning to push something. So Finn, come. You push. Push it. Yes, good boy. Can you push it? And it fell over. Well done. That's what we want. So now that he's learned to nose touch fairly hard and push the bottle over, you touch it. Oh, we fell over. Come on then, push it. Good boy. Push it. Good boy. Lexi, push it. Yes, good Getty. Push it. Yes, good doggies.